Registration for the 2021 Cooper River Bridge Run has begun. Today, I talk one-on-one with race director Irv Batten for this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Quintin's Close-Ups on Facebook. Irv Batten, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thanks, Quintin. It's good to be here again.
Oh, you're very welcome. Obviously, you're the race director for the iconic Cooper River Bridge Run. And just this morning, you all opened registration for the 2021 Cooper River Bridge Run, which will be held on Saturday, September 25th, 2021. How many people have registered since 9 a.m. this morning?
A little over 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And
not bad.
Not bad at all, actually. Yes, indeed. And how many people out of that 1,000 are actually from Charleston?
Oh, I'm not sure. I hadn't looked at that yet. We've been answering emails and updating some things all day long, and working with some of the people that did the deferral. Right. I haven't looked at the actual list to see where they're from. So I could probably get that for you maybe later on today or tomorrow.
Sure. And you talk about deferrals. How many people from last year deferred their race to this year?
About a little over 14,000.
Wow. And let me ask you more about that, because obviously I know it's been reported that obviously a lot of people can't, defer this year to next year. Is that right?
Right. That's the deferral process is completed. We had this large window that we went with, and we sent out about 7 or 8 emails to everyone. And so we were trying to complete that process, but we can't leave it open endlessly. So, we have to end it at some time, and we're moving forward with new registrants.
And I'm assuming that many people who signed up last year from this one already transferred over to this one, right?
Right. Like I said, a little over 14,000 people transferred over from last year to this year.
And let me talk to you about the registration, because what distance race can people use for time verification?
Yeah, well, we allow, on a normal year, we allow any race, 5K, 10K, half marathon, 8K. We'll convert it to what you would run a 10K in, but we usually have a year window where we allow only a year. So it's like we go from last year's race to this year's race. But because of the pandemic and how there weren't any races, we're allowing people to use 2019 race time to the present. So the window for your verification is larger. You have a larger window to have a certain timed race.
And how many of those people are using, say, an 8K or, a half marathon for time verification?
Oh, a lot. A lot of people use 5Ks, and some people use marathons. It would be more beneficial to use a 5K, sure, but they do use a marathon and stuff, but we'll convert it to what they would be able to run a 10K in. So it's pretty accurate, the conversion chart, and we'll get them in the right category.
And let me ask you this. What are the top categories usually for time verification with the Bridge Run?
Well, anything under an hour is a verification category. So we'll have a under 40 category, under 45 category, 45 to 50, and then 50 to 60. So any of those need to be verified. If you run over an hour, you don't have to get verified.
Okay. I'm going to still stick with my 45 and send my verification.
There you go.
And obviously, Irv, as you know, we're unfortunately still in the pandemic. What are the COVID rules that will be in place for the 2021 Cooper River Bridge Run?
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll monitor the situation, and we will send out a guideline about a month out. Because if we send it out now, it would be changed by September. So we know we have a guideline for today, but we also know that it won't be the same in July or in September. So we'll send that out to all participants, closer to the event.
And what else will you send out between now and September?
Well, if you mail out your packet, if you have your packet mailed, you get all that stuff. But we'll update periodically with all participants how things are and what, if any, there's any changes or any stipulations that come up. So.
And speaking of update, what exactly is your registration goal for this year's Bridge Run?
Well, that's also a fluid situation. Right now, the governor has given the mandate of 50% capacity. So we've come up with a number that we feel would be 50% capacity. But we're going to monitor and adjust as we go. Registration will be open until we reach close to that number, but that number will be changing as we go over the next few months.
And this might be a silly
that
question.
Makes sense.
I understand, yes, sir. And I'm going to ask you a silly question here, but when do you expect registration to actually sell up between that time?
Well, it's hard to say because we're not sure what that actual number will be. And then, I know how registration kind of really is excited. People are excited and they really start to register for about a week or so, and then it kind of dies down, and then it'll gear back up. So we just have to kind of monitor the registration process and the count and see how we're going. But we'll let people know. We'll do social media and news releases where if it's getting close to we're getting close to our cap, we'll let people know so that if they really want to, they'll register. And then, we'll say, hey, we've reached our cap. And if we're allowed to open back up, we will. If not, that's it.
How do you go about that? What will be your plan then?
It's hard to say that too, Quintin. You got some good questions. We're just going to have to, be prepared and kind of monitor things and monitor and adjust as we go, and be able to pivot and move forward. So,
and obviously, as you know, with the bridge run comes right before that is the kids run. What's the latest right now on the kids run?
Well, the kids run, last year we were going to try to do it a week before the event, and we were going to do it at the baseball field. Now we're working on a date for that. That date has not been secure yet, and it will probably be a few weeks after the bridge run if we're able to secure it. So it won't be, 2 or 3 days or a week before as usual. It will be afterwards, and that's also where we have to make sure it's safe for the kids, and we don't want to jeopardize the safety and everything. So we'll monitor that, and we will make an announcement when we secure a date.
Now, obviously, when you want to secure that date, will you be able to have by that time secure a location, or will Joe be the same location for the kids run?
It'll be at the Joe if we're able to do it this year.
Okay, and this is way off, Irv, but let me just ask, and I have to ask anyways. But is there a date set yet for 2022?
Yes, April 2nd.
Wow, that's exciting. We're going back to April, thank God.
Yeah, I mean, it was only moved to September for this year because of the way conditions were. Because it would have been this weekend coming up, and there would be no way that we would be able to do it this weekend. So we moved it to September. But next year we're going out for it'll be our 45th anniversary. I know some people say that last year we didn't do an event, which we did. It was a virtual event, so that still counts. I mean, it was still the event. So next year will be our 45th running of the bridge run, and we're super excited about that. But we want to focus on this September and make sure we're able to do a safe and successful, positive race for the community and support, the businesses, the hospitality, the restaurants, and trying to get back, close to normal. And then next year we'll blow it out and hopefully have a huge event.
Yes, indeed.
So that's the goal. That's the goal, Quintin.
That's the goal. I hate to ask this question. I really don't want to ask the question, but will you require some sort of, verification of vaccinations for runners and walkers?
We have not. We have not done that right now. I mean, it was brought up. I'm not sure if we want to go that route. I've talked to several other big races that have happened and are going to happen between now and our event, and they've also talked about that, but they haven't required it, and I don't think we will either. But it's still there, and it's a possibility. But we'll see.
Now, you talk about obviously having a safe and successful race for 2021. I'm pretty sure you've heard all the concerns that people say, hey, I'm not coming because of COVID. Hey, I'm not coming because of this. I'm not coming because of the weather. What concerns do you still have right now?
Well, I mean, it's everything that's like a normal race, plus the concerns of the COVID situation are still on my mind. But I feel safe. I would participate if it were me. But if you don't feel safe, we recommend that you don't come. And we're going to offer a virtual version for those individuals if they still want to participate and get the, some people collect the shirts and they want to get that finisher's medal. We're going to still offer that to them in the virtual fashion if they feel safer doing it that way. And, we just want to make it, safe, and we want everyone to be comfortable. So if you're more comfortable doing virtual, we have that option. If you're comfortable coming in and participating, we have that option, and we're looking forward to it. We hope to see you. So
now, always the big talk about social distancing. How do you go about organizing that at the starting line?
Well, with the new regulation, it's 3 foot apart, so we'll have a lot more space than it was before, where it was 6 foot apart. So and then I'm like a broken record where it says this is a fluid situation. It might not be 3 foot apart come September. We don't know, so we're just going to monitor it, and that's why we're having a lower registration count, because that means we could spread people out on Coleman Boulevard and have less people in each corral, so they'll be able to socially distance. So we have all that planned out, and but like I said, we're going to monitor as we go and be prepared to change if we can. Hopefully in a good way. If we have to go backwards, we'll be prepared for that, and if we have to do more spacing. So we got the plan laid out. We just have to see how it goes, and hopefully it goes in the right direction. And I'll do a public service announcement. Please get vaccinated. Okay. That's the only way that we're going to get to that huge herd immunity. Right. So if we all get vaccinated, then things are going to start opening up even more. And so I've already started my process. I hope that when you have the opportunity, you can do that too, and that everyone involved that wants to get back to as close to normal as possible will get involved with that and get vaccinated.
Irv Batten, thank you so much for your time. And again, welcome back to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Well, always welcome. Always great to see you, Quintin. And like I keep on telling you, I have to catch up to Mr. Seekings. So quit having him on and let me catch up.
We'll make that happen. That's cool.
All right. Have a good day.
Likewise. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.